Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. John Megacycle here. Another Yep, I said it. We're going with it. Another episode of Production Line coming at you. Moving along real nice. Really darn close to paying off this loan comfortably. I want to make sure that we've got at least 100,000 surplus before I pay off any loans. But we've revamped our fuel tank, or let's see, chassis, body, and paint last episode, so that worked out really well. Engine is next, accessories are next, and electronics, I think we're researching that now. Oh, faster imports, right. So now that we've made the processes faster, we're seeing insufficient resources more and more and more often. That's kind of a problem. Now let's pick our next research and then we'll go from what I wanted to do here. Let's see. I would like the smart junction. Smart junctions are a lot like... How do I want to think of it? Like... I guess like a Factorio splitter with logic. I guess that's how I would say that. So smart junctions. I also want... Q&A, specialization... maintenance departments. No, that's for the factory. Rework. So administration, rework, Q&A specialization. That's a lot of research I'm dumping into, but I want to make sure the quality of our vehicles are top-notch. To facilitate all that research, 2 more research stations, research offices. Get that going on. Good. So now, bottlenecks. This is becoming a bottleneck here. Fit roof, fit doors. It's under fit body, I believe. I wouldn't mind another fit doors. The fit roof couldn't hurt. Let's go ahead and do the work. So pause. And pause. And wait till it finishes. Pause. We'll just kick this. We're just going to kick this up a little bit. And then we're just going to do some whim-wham like this. Roof. Doors like that. I know there's nowhere to stockpile. I kind of don't care right now. I'm going to be doing some adjusting anyway. So it's not that big of a deal. Boop, 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 boop. Boop. And let this process kind of just purge itself out. Again, I could just delete all the vehicles that are on the line, but that's a lot of wasted everything. Time, energy, resources, the whole Megillah. It's just a big fat waste I don't want to deal with. Either let the process just go ahead and purge itself. Oh, not quite. There we go. And get that car out of there. You move up 1. You move up 1. And... I don't know of a real smart way to do this, so I do this kind of the dumb way. All connects real neat. Okay, whatever. Whatever, dude. It's fine. I don't care. Go, and go, and go. Now, we've done a lot of upgrading, changing, rearranging of our factory, which is great. Again, we're making things more efficient. I like it. It works out. The only problem is I've been pausing production over and over and over and over again to make these changes. So the problem is there's going to be real lulls in our income, which is not ideal. I don't think I needed 2 of those, but that's okay. I think I need another body frame in order for this to make sense, but that's okay. It's a learning game. I'm no perfectionist in this yet either. I only played, I think, 1 mission. Not completely either. Like, I'm only 3/4 of the way through. Just so I can get a good gist of the game. But, yeah, I need more body frame. Let's see here. Move over some of these power plants I don't need right there. Body frame. Could squeezle in one like this. For sure. And because I'm buying each component of the chain individually, like body frame, I'm buying just one piece of the puzzle. It's overtly cheaper than the big boy, like the big fit body frame. Or what was it called? Yeah, fit body. Yep. So maybe that'll make this a little more efficient, yeah? Oh, I wonder why they're choosing this one. Oh, maybe because it's physically closer? Once we have a backlog here, they'll choose this one a little more natively anyway. It's all good. Oh, and there's also not much of a queue room here. There's plenty of queue room here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four cars can queue up. Here, only one. So it's probably also doing a little bit of pathfinding in terms of how much can be queued. Yeah, that makes perfect sense, actually. Okay, any other bottlenecks? Fit engine isn't a bottleneck yet. More specifically, fit accessories is. So this is a bit of a problem. Do I have enough for fit accessories? Lights, horn, seats, windows. Realistically, I could go either way with this. There's not one big process that's like... You know, if fit horn was like 5 or 6 or 7 minutes or something, that would make way more sense for me to break this process down a bit. As it stands right now, I don't really see too much of a need to. This is going to be just a really simple addition. Now see, the cars aren't moving because there's no next path. Now they are because they can find their way to the next station. So that's how that works. Is there's enough logic in the pathing that the car's like, hey, I need to find this station, whatever the next step is. Where is that? Can I get to it? And once the answer to those questions is yes, 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 and yes, then it doesn't matter. Then it's like, okay, I guess I'm going this way now. Hooray. Okay. Now, what I wanted to talk about more was the resources. As you can see, what we're getting more and more popped up because our stuff is moving faster and faster is insufficient resources. This one makes sense because it's got to come all the way from here, all the way over for it to match up. What we'll be able to do, though, instead of having it wait so long for stuff, is use supply stockpiles. So I can chuck this sucker down. It can be treated as the resource pile for this. Actually, I'm losing some serious cash. Let's turn you down just a little more. Not too far, but I need those cars sold yesterday. That's 200-some thousand monies sitting there in my showroom. Alright, what does the COO want? We checked the showroom lately? Yes, I know. There's a lot of surplus in there. Let's have just a temporary sale. 21,000. I literally need all those cars to disappear. And by disappear, I don't mean someone comes in and Grand Theft Autos them. I mean, I need someone to come in legitimately buy them. See, I could do with another fit engine right now. Just let that all clean itself up. Don't forget, we still have that loan. Wow. And there's still a significant chunk of that left. What I'm kind of hoping is someone's going to pop in with some sort of a better loan deal. Then I can just snatch that up or something. And then refinance the loan I currently have. Yeah, this is sad. All these cars stocked up. I need another fit engine and another accessories for this to work. Now, again, we got to be really careful. I'm adding more and more and more manufacturing power, which is awesome in its own right. The thing that's not awesome is employees, power production, all the things that have to go with it. I'm also accruing. I need 2 more power plants. Awesome. Get that going on. That should set us straight for a little bit. Not quite. I don't mind if it's a little bit that we're paying the utility authority on. That's not bad. But I don't want in my budget to be like, oh, I paid $15,000 in electrical costs. That's stupid. Music is good. Music's real good. Alright, fit engine. 22. Yeah, wheel assembly and steering assembly I would easily have 2 of. Try to speed that up a bit. Cool, our smart junction. As I was saying before, smart junctions allow you to steer a car to a different conveyor line based on certain logic. What we're going to be doing is we're going to build an infinite loop for our repairs. So let's say that a car is diagnosed with defects, yeah? What'll happen is it'll then go to the repair shop. And then it'll, based on that smart junction, it'll say, do you have defects? Go to the repair shop. If you don't, go, you can be sold. When it goes to the repair shop, it'll get fed right back into the diagnostics. And then it'll say, okay, another quality check. Are you good now? No, you still have defects? Go back to the repair shop. So we'll build in a bit of a loop. I guess a service loop, maybe? A maintenance loop? I don't know what you want to call it. But that's exactly what we'll be doing to make that better. To make sure that when our cars leave, they're not jank. Not jiggity jank. Just for now, I'm just going to chuck another fit engine here. Now this is an example where I would probably use storage, and I will show you exactly what that looks like in a second here. There we go. So supply stockpile, just chuck it right here. This is fit engine type, so when you click on a supply stockpile, you can copy from slot. Fit engine. Right there. Now, this will mimic whatever I just told it to, which is fit engine. It's linked already. Awesome. So this will stockpile a bunch of parts. When these fit engines say, hey, I need rotors, or I need wheels, or I need tires, or whatever, it'll check whatever's closest, and the supply stockpile is what'll provide those resources. So what I've really done is I've really shortened the journey. Now we're not seeing nearly any, hey, low on resources, right? Because the supply stockpile can buy in bulk and ship it here, because that greatly reduces the path. Now we could do the same thing here with doors and roofs. Looks like doors are the bigger issue for sure. I'm out of money. What is the problem? We have 8 cars in the showroom. Oh, I guess I'll show you what it looks like to go bankrupt. So what happens is business failure. We ran out of cash. What this is now presenting to us is 2 options. One, we can accept a loan, which, holy crap, that's expensive. Or we can clear our desk and just leave. I'll accept the loan. Can I refinance the other loan? I can. That's expensive. But I can't afford the daily on that, so there we go. What I am going to do right now is I'm going to tell one of these vehicle productions to stop. Which I could probably tell you both to stop. Yeah, we're going to just let this catch up a little bit. I've got a ton of stock. And the thing is, I need this to just get out of here a little bit better. That's what has to happen. Okay. Kind of an easy fix. This game can get insanely touchy in terms of when it really comes down to it. The money in the balancing act. You could be on the high hog, couple of million on you, and then all of a sudden, global change occurs. Oh, I guess I didn't talk about global events yet. But anyway, an event of some sort occurs, and it's like, well, people aren't interested in that kind of car anymore. And it's like, well, crap, I made a ton of these damn things. What am I going to do about that now? You know. So that makes it a bit interesting. The game does a good job keeping you on your toes for sure. For sure. Okay. And what I'll do is I'll wait until probably all of fit body frame is cleared out. Then I'll just turn on one of these things. I'll just turn on now. I think we ramped up production a lot of too hard. And that's what was causing me the money problems. Considering if you did do some mental math here, I don't know how many cars are there. Let's say 40 cars. Let's say there's 40 cars here on the line. The problem with that is I have 40 cars worth of inventory that are not being sold, that are not in the market, that are not in the showroom. So the problem is I'm ramping up for too much production, and I'm not getting enough stuff to the sales floor quickly enough. That's more the issue. How much money is that loan? I kind of want to save up and pay off the loan here. We're talking 700,000 on the sly. Yeah, 700,000 on the sly. Not too shababby. Not too shababby. Okay. Defects are found in that vehicle. This should say that there are defects. Did it get sold immediately? Holy crap. That's down to 5. Maybe we can keep a better eye on that. It will tell you when defects are found in the showroom, and you tell the people, yes, we're selling you this vehicle. This vehicle does have confirmed defects. You can get it at this extra of a discount. That's kind of how that situation goes. Is it to anyone else, or does that look like 2 floating tool chests right there? Toolboxes. Okay, we're just burning through our inventory now, so let's turn that back up to 23,000. This game, I was trying to sell this game, so to speak, to another friend of mine, Acelon. And when I was telling him about it, I was like, hey, this is a lot like the Corporate Machine, if you remember that game. And he's the one that really got me roped in again to Corporate Machine. He shared with me some of the map add-ons and the map expansions and stuff, the Coca-Cola tech tree, and he was the one who showed me where to find all that. I think I was aware of the Coca-Cola, or the soda tech tree. But I never could find the files again. He found them again. He was a real champ about it. It was awesome. We played games of the Corporate Machine quite a few times, actually. I don't know if I have any of that recorded or whatever. But I was trying to sell it to him. I'm like, this is a lot like that, but just a bit more complexity, but you still deal with the market and research and stuff like that. And it's, I don't know. I think I piqued his interest. Oh, okay, so pause. Defects. There's the car with defects. It's noted defects because of the showroom disc, and it's gone. I should just manufacture garbage and just sell it. The problem with manufacturing garbage is it hurts your public image. You want to be an image of a good, clean, working vehicle shop, right? Now, even after shutting off one of these fix axles, I can talk. I can talk for sure. Trust me. Shutting off one of those, I think, was a really good approach. It really slimmed down how many cars were just sitting here. It's kind of the philosophy of warehousing. Like, even if something is sitting on in a box, on a shelf, it still costs the company money for it to be there, right? You have to hire security to make sure no one steals the box out of the warehouse. You have to make sure it's climate controlled. Is there a roof overhead? Is there a roof over the warehouse? Are there any water leaks or anything? Like, is it protected? Like, so even having something in a box on a shelf, that still costs money, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. Just whole bottlenecks of crap. Once we pay off the loan, so here's the plan: pay off the loan, then we can get a little more cash, ramp up some more money, and then what I'd like to do is I'd like to start breaking down the fix engines again. Get this a lot more streamlined. I could actually throw out another fit engines, another fit accessories. We'd still be okay. We're sitting on a lot of cars here, just sitting in the warehouse. 22. Can we do a 22? Who's interested in 22? Also have to be super careful with this game because what can happen is you make a small shift and all your stock just goes whoosh and it's gone. And it's like, whatever. And sometimes you make a big change and it's like, well, I don't need all this. You just go. And then whoosh, it's all gone. Like, you have to be, I guess what I'm trying to say is you gotta be careful because even a small change or a large change or whatever You got to be really delicate because even a small change can have a big impact, I guess was trying to go with there. Okay, it looks like 5 out of every 20 vehicles has defects. That's not great. Okay, I'm sticking on a firm 21,000. I can wait a little bit. I got some cash. Yeah, I told you, this is like my second time playing, yeah? Want to make sure that is clear. Let's just drop this to an even 20. I'll go as low as an even 20, but I'm not going much lower for my cars. Pretty soon here, we should start looking into vehicle features and such. I don't know why. Just QA is kind of like one of my go-tos. QA specialization and then rework fixing. Once we're done with that, we'll be able to start going into features and such. But yeah, I always want to make sure, like, the first thing that I can control is what goes out of the warehouse, and that's not crap vehicles. Yeah, again, somebody gift this for me, just right here. Perfect. Looks like one of your models is too expensive. Okay, 19? I'll go as low as 19. I need this stuff out of here. I have so much stock just freaking sitting here. Anybody? See, this is actually a little hard to tell whether or not I have the market saturated or not, or what. Okay, stuff's getting grim. I just want these out of here. Come on, I want that 31 to turn into 0. Okay, 3-0. That's very funny. How much more do I have in this loan here? 630? Well, I'll call that 630,000. Yeah, I ramped up way too hard. And this is what I was saying before. You can't, if you overestimate the seller market or the buyer market or whatever it would be in this situation, you can get yourself into a whole lot of hot water. But this is good. Starting with a low monies, tight area, I'm pretty happy with how this is panning out so far. Especially for our second go of this game. I'm actually pretty happy with it, even with as much of a mess as it is. Hi. Facilities, power. That'll take care of us for a little bit. Okay, down to 13. Shut that off for a while. Too many damn cars. What'd I say, 630? This loan is nice, but holy crap, that hourly interest would murder me. Murder. And this is the loan that if we went bankrupt again, this is the loan that would be available. And that would be freaking awful. Okay, this is going back to 19. I did my inventory sellout. I'm good, I'm happy. I have to pay a little more attention when that hits a dozen again. Like I said, that's about a dozen is where we hit our points where we got to really be paying attention. So this will be 600,000 flat, right about. I want 700,000 in cash before I clicky the button. Come on, like 1 or 2 more cars. Let's go here. So why am I so gunning on this? Take a look at the hour capital repayment, the hourly investment, or interest. We're talking $9,000 an hour that I'm just literally whizzing away here. Where's loan? Debt interest. There. Not our highest thing. Debt repayments. Yeah, both these combined, that's taking a big chunk out of my cash. Hey, how you doing? Paid. Ugh. You also get a penalty, if I didn't mention, you get a penalty for paying your loans off early. Which I think is dumb. But what do I know about things? Apparently nothing. So, Free and clear. Debts repaid. Good amount of stock still on the line. Just still freaking terrifying. And once we hit 200,000 or clean this up a bit more, I'll pop this back on. Little touch go, I'll say, for this episode. Not as clean nearly as I would have liked. But we've really ramped up our manufacturing capability, so I'm pretty happy with that. Just go ahead and start that back up. Next episode, we'll do more on the research and the actual modifications of vehicles. Right now, we've been just sticking with a regular sedan. So there's not really a ton that we've been doing, changing, altering, whatever. And as you can see, this process is much more streamlined because of that. I would care about this insufficient resources, but I've got such a backup here, it wouldn't be noticeable. This was noticeable. This was a bottleneck for quite some time, and I'm really glad we got the second fit engine in there. Yeah, once we start getting a bit more on the features and stuff, we'll be able to kick out more of these budget cars. And we should also be talking about expensive cars, mid-range cars, luxury cars. Yeah, we'll talk about all that next episode when we get into more of the research. Message from the COO. Looks like we need to produce a lot more cars. Well, I change the price, yell at me. I lower the price, yell at me. We sell the cars, yell at me. You're just a bad parent. I learned it from watching you. Crazy. Anyway, $250,000 on hand in cash. Happy with that. Let's just take another gander at our expenses. Yep, a debt repayment is completely gone. I wonder what the little sliver there is. Wages, sales, probably. Yeah, that's got to be it. Later on, we're also going to work on component purchases. That's probably more mid-late game-ish, but we'll be able to make our own componentry. Instead of buying, let's say, the body frame, like the frame, the shell, the chassis of the car, whatever you want to call it, instead of purchasing the chassis, we'll purchase steel or aluminum externally, and we'll actually press it in-house. We'll actually make the parts locally, and that's going to save a crap ton on the component purchase. As you can see right here, these are all the parts we're just bringing in. I mean, this is literally amounting to millions of dollars, and we can't change that right now. The power purchase was something we could change. That was something that was an easy, low-tech, make the change, get it going, not too bad of a difference, good savings in the long haul, right? Literally every hour I'm producing my own energy and not relying on the external authority, we're saving money. Can't cry too hard about that, yeah? So, I think I'm happy with how this is panning out. We got our one assembly going on over there. I'm going to pause the game here. Thank you all very much for joining me. My name is John Megacycle. I'm going to save real quick. Boop. Yep, my name is John Megacycle, and I hope to catch you next episode for more production line. Till then, peace.